Three, two, one. Nefarious Reels makes Detroit look like Disneyland. Hello, and welcome back to Nefarious Reels. I'm Coach Benjamin Wade.
And I'm M. Bison from Street Fighter 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes. With all my Bison bucks. We're,
And the creation of Bisonopolis, his
we're
megalopolis.
gonna be dropping down to Bisonopolis in Bort Night. Bort Bite. I'm M. Bison, baby.
But yeah, we're a bad movie podcast, and once again, we talked about two. And
Or we're
I
going to
guess
talk
we
about
can't.
2.
Yeah, we're talking about two. What do you.
Oh, well, you said
Did I
we
lose?
talked about 2. I was
We're
correcting
about to
you.
talk about two. Is that better? Is that better
Yeah,
proper English?
I guess. This
Okay.
this is the end of the podcast. Over. End. Whole podcast done in the trash.
I'm the trash man.
Time to check out the trash.
But yes, we watched two movies, and let's start off with the retro pick, which was mine, which is the 1994 movie Street Fighter, directed by Stephen E. D'Souza. And this follows Colonel Guile, played by cold-blooded, just full-blown American Jean-Claude Van Damme, obviously. And he's a part of the AN, which is basically the UN, but they're called the Allied Nations, and they're out in what's the place called? Sandaloo?
It's
Yeah,
like
there's like a
Shandaloo.
Sandaloo, and there's a civil war going
No,
on, and
Shandaloo.
Chandaloo.
Like
Oh, thank you.
Shandaloo.
Yeah.
Da da da,
Okay.
baby, I won the
Yeah,
war.
in
Shandaloo.
Chandaloo, fighting M. Bison, our titular villain, and there's just some stuff that happens, but the main, I guess you could say, plot line is M. Bison has many hostages, and he offers, oh my god, not offers, he requests $20 billion for the release of the hostages, or
He
else
requests a small loan of $20 billion.
a very small loan. And they're trying to figure out where his hideout is and try to stop him. And you also got some other famous characters like Chun-Li, who's a reporter, Ken and Ryu, Zangief, and that's most of the movie.
There's
But yeah,
Vito.
what did you think about this?
Oh, I had a blast with this one. This was a lot of fun. It's just dumb action, terrible line reads. M. Bison, M. Bison, my beloved. Oh, I was hooked. M. Bison really hard carried the movie, even though everyone was pretty good in it.
It was very fun. It is so stupid, but it is very, very fun. Like, this seems like a kind of movie that I would want to put on here and there, maybe have a beer or two, chill out and relax, laugh at everything that's happening and going on. It's definitely one of the better bad video game movies.
Yeah, it's up there. At least like second best or so for me.
I'm trying to think of I mean, because I think the Paul W.S. Anderson Mortal Kombat that came out the next year. That one was okay.
Oh, I was just thinking of the ones that we did for Nefarious Reels, like the
Oh,
Super
okay.
Mario Brothers movie and Far Cry and
What else did we
the
do?
Barbie video game hero.
I guess that counts too. Yes.
Um, uh, I think that's it. Actually, I think we've only done like 3 video game related movies. Actually, hold on, Saw got made into a video game, so arguably by extension, Spiral the Book of Saw is a video game movie. Slender Man is in a way a video game movie.
Technically,
Like if you really want to stretch the terms,
if you really want to stretch stretch it, but
There's
sure.
probably some Tarzan video games. So Tarzan the Ape Man. Suicide Squad has a video game movie. Or Suicide Squad has a video game. So in a sense, it's Suicide Squad's like a video game movie.
Okay, I think we're stretching this a little too long, trying
Um,
to
just
grasp at straws to find out what else.
oh wait, fucking Blood Rain.
Oh, Blood Rain
How did we
actually
not
was a
think
video
of
game
Blood? That's an
series.
actual video game series. Why didn't we think of that one?
Well, especially when we're talking about Uva Bowl, like that's actually surprising we didn't think of that.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't. Just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a Street Fighter. It feels more like a prequel to like the main game series, cause it's like you get the creation of Blanca and like Dharma or whatever that guy's name is, the bald guy, scientist guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Street Fighter games. I know some of the names, obviously, but
Yeah, neither am I, but
yeah,
I was a bit of a gamer in my time. So I at least know some of these characters, or at least I know what they look like and such. Even though some get way more action in this movie than others. But yeah, the whole thing's just set up. You have like M. Bison. He's evil. He's the coolest guy in the whole
obviously.
movie, honestly. He really drives everything home. Every time he's on screen, I pay attention.
He definitely does a great job at not just being bad, but like being those over the top villain bad.
Deliciously evil.
Hmm.
I like how it's like we need to make the food court bigger because all the corporations will want their thing there.
In my megalopolis.
His like you get an M. Bison burger.
The best kind of burger, maybe.
McDonald's McBison burger. Or it's called McBison's. You just rebrand it.
Yeah, it'll be the McBison's. He'll make his own McRib, and then the Green Goblin will try it out, see how that differs.
M. Bison versus the Green Goblin. I mean, Green Goblin will be flying around on his like glider vest thing, and then M. Bison will just be flying around on his fucking bullet train shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll fly around on his big platform thing that he uses. I do want to say, I feel like, as fun and campy as he is, Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think he was kind of like miscasted for this. Because, like, Gal's like an American soldier guy. You think you want to cast someone with a less thick accent, non-American
Then
accent.
it. But what are you talking about? He's like full-blooded American,
He did
obviously.
even call for the cheeseburger Freedom Man to show up. And then the bald eagle flies by and goes, Gah!
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Ah!
And then you just hear the national anthem in the background playing.
Yeah, when M. Bison's entire fortress gets blown up, and then he just like pulls out his giant American flag that all Americans carry, and just swings it in the air, shows like
Yep,
democracy reigns supreme.
of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure who. I don't know. Maybe Arnold. Maybe you get Arnold Schwarzenegger. Wait, no, but he also has a thick accent. So what am I
Maybe
talking
Chuck
about?
Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, maybe. No, well, Guile isn't a muscular guy, and a big hunky muscular guy. He's just like a fit build. So I guess that kind of limits your options. So no, you're right, Chuck Norris. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know, but he's like an army guy. He's a military guy, so you probably have to be like clean shaven. And Chuck Norris is like the beard's like half the brand right there. Well, I already said
Hmm.
Stallone. You could get Stallone.
Maybe Stallone.
Maybe if you get him to tone down the muscle and just stick to like Rocky 1 vibes, maybe you can get him like to that. I don't know. Is Street Fighter pre or post Rocky? How many Rocky
Street
movies are
Fighter.
we in at this point?
When was Street Fighter 3 out?
Street Fighter 3, like the video game?
Yeah.
Okay, here, let me look it up. Street Fighter 3. Okay, so Street Fighter 3 came out February 4th, 1997.
97. Okay, that. I think that's about. There was about 5 Rockies by then, so.
Why'd you make me look up the video game for Street Fighter 3?
Isn't that what you said?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I was referring to when this movie was like getting out and about.
Yeah, it was still about Rocky 5 by then, so
Okay. But the Street Fighter movie was 94 though, so why was I looking up 97?
well, you're talking about Street Fighter 3.
I
That's
didn't
why I
say
was
Street Fighter
confused.
3. I was saying when I was like maybe they can get Stallone in as Guile. When did Street Fighter come out? I mean, but then it's probably like Rocky 4. This is probably when he was like pumping iron to be like the buffest guy around. We should get back to talking about Street Fighter instead of figuring
Yeah,
out this
let's
enigma.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm a little loopy right now, so
Well, it is like what, like 9 right now for you? 9 9.
it's 8. I'm a little tired and it's cold and
Oh yeah, you got that right.
okay. Yeah, so we're in Chandaloo and M Bison requests $20 billion, that very small loan amount, for the release of the hostages, and he gives them 72 hours to do it, or else, he kills the hostages with the genetic monster he's trying to create with the doctor.
Yeah, Blanca, who is Jean-Claude Guile's best friend.
Yeah, it's
But
his
we
best friend,
all know
Charlie,
secret gay lover.
but they don't want to admit it.
They don't want to admit it. Like he literally is longingly watching him on like a videotape, basically for Blanca, pretty much. So like, yeah, it's his gay
Mm-hmm.
lover.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we get introduced to Guile and all that, and the AN, and then, we just kind of move along, and then we meet Ken and Ryu, who
Yeah,
are going to this underground fighting ring to meet up with Sagat, who was he basically has a lot of power in the area and kind of a warlord, kind of not, but he's also kind of an arms dealer for M Bison. So, but we don't know for a while that Ken and Ryu are kind of in on it.
yeah. They're selling him fake weapons for
Tennis ball
something.
guns.
They're like, oh, very funny. You sold us toys. Now we're gonna beat the shit out of you.
And you're gonna fight our prize guy champion Vega. And he looks like Shredder with the
Yeah,
mask and
he's got the one
claws and
glove,
everything.
but he's actually super hot. He looks like Don Flamenco from Punch Out, specifically the Wii remake version.
I'll take your word for
You
it.
you should. It'd just be a lot easier if you did. Yeah, but instead of outright, but they end up getting arrested. They have the fight where he fights Vega for a bit, but then they all get arrested. Everyone gets arrested because there's a curfew, which is punishable for prison time, I guess.
Prison time, and also if you violate it, you'll also be shot on sight.
Yeah,
So,
literally 1984.
but in 1994,
Yeah, but it's literally 1984. What, like, so a bunch of people can't have an illegal underground fighting ring where they're also smuggling weapons to M. Bison anymore? Oh my god.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, he's about to fight Vega, and then Guile just casually just rams his vehicle into the sidewall and breaks it up. He's like, "You are all under arrest," and everybody complied. They were like, not going to resist or run away or try and stop him. They're like, "Yes,
There's
we
nothing more
will
you can do.
be arrested." Like, guess I'll go to jail.
We also get introduced to Chun-Li,
Yep.
who is as a news reporter, and there's also two other fighters there that I don't remember their names.
I'm trying to remember who they were as well. I even have the cast list. Oh, wait, I got one. Balrog?
Balrog. Wait, isn't that the
He was
creature
the
from Lord of the
boxer guy.
Rings?
He was the boxer guy. Oh yeah, and then Honda, who was the
He
oh
was
my
the
god.
sumo wrestler.
Yeah, he was the sumo wrestler.
Yeah, they're teaming up to beat up M. Bison because Chun-Li's dad was killed by M. Bison, and the other two guys, they like lost a fight or something, and they're mad at M. Bison because of it.
Yep. they were like champion boxer and sumo wrestler respectively, and they won. After losing, they want to take their revenge out on M Bison, like you do.
Yeah, they lost, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna bully up the sovereign nation because it's their fault." Just say it. You're racist and move on.
You just don't like men with power.
Yeah, how dare.
How dare? Yes, how dare.
And I think that's all. And of course, we get to see M. Bison in all his glory, along with Zangief, who
Yep.
is kind of just the big meathead dummy guy. And then you got DJ, the Jamaican guy. He's like, "Congratulations!" And those are our main key pivotal characters. Oh, yeah,
Basically, so we got everyone settled in, and
the gang's all here.
all right, then that happens, and they're just getting transported to the prison, and Guile decides, he's gonna have a quick talk with Ken and Ryu, possibly talk about the plan and recruitment, and
Yeah,
then
get an inside guy so they can
Mhm.
locate M. Bison because their attempts to locate where he's at has failed multiple times because M.
and
Bison's just too smart.
he is a Giga Chad.
He's just like, guy, or you're trying to track my signal. Well, too bad. I'm cutting off. I'm cutting you off. Bye bye. And Bison's just jealous because Guile chose Blanca over him. I mean, you feel it. You got that subtle homoeroticism from M. Bison for Guile.
Hmm.
I just want to fight him in unarmed combat.
Yeah, they have a hate but respect for each other in a way that they're just going, I need to have sweaty action with them.
Honestly, if they just kissed, this whole conflict would have been like, oh, the movie would have only been like 5 minutes.
It would have solved world peace.
But nah, Guile just can't get over his man crush for Blanca. So I guess all the AN refugee helpers all have to die. I guess. But yeah, they're gonna use Ken and Ryu as inside men to fake an escape attempt with Sagat. So that way they can get closer to M. Bison. So that way they can be led to the main hideout, and that's the plan. Yeah, they escape the prison, and then
They
they shoot Kyle dead. But
they
like
shoot Guile. Yeah, he dies after two shots to the what was that, like right
the kidney
side of his, kind of near his hip in his abdominal region.
around there.
Yeah, and he's pronounced dead,
Oh my
and
god, he's
I
dead.
for a sec I was like, damn. They really, and I was like, hang on, there's no way. He's gonna be, they faked it, obviously.
I was just like, that's fucking fake. There's no way you're gonna kill off the literal guy you have
You're not gonna
name
kill
on.
off, especially Jean-Claude Van Damme
It's
that
in his
early.
contract. You can't kill him. He's too cool. I mean, they weren't gonna kill off and just have the guy they have literally plastered on the front of the cover and kill him off like that. Yeah, but Chun-Li fucking's just like, she throws a tracking device onto the truck, the escaping truck, and then her and Balrog and Honda are like, oh shit, there's another signal coming from the AN headquarters here. We're gonna figure that out. But everyone thinks Guile's dead, including Sagat and M. Bison, who's really sad because his gay lover to be is now dead and he can't fight him in hand-to-hand combat.
He's disgusted.
There's no, and Bison's just like, there's no sweatier body than Giles that I would love to just get super up close with for unarmed combat. It's just not the same. I can't do it with Zangief. It's just not the same. Yeah, but luckily the plan works. Ken and Ryu kind of get connected with Sagat. They go to a fucking, I don't know, a flea market for weapons. Well, those
Mhm.
guys are like, we have this super incredible helicopter. Only use one time to allow the the like embassy people to flee from whatever country. Blah 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 blah. From Chandelou.
My favorite city.
Yeah, Chandelou. Yeah, there's an
Yeah,
ABBA
Chandelou
song about
City,
it. You know,
which is
Chandelou.
Yep, which I don't know if it's Southeast Asia. Is it like a combination of a couple of them? Probably.
Here, let's look up. Let's see. Do you think Chandeleu's a real place?
It's probably not, but the way that it looked on the map, it looked like it was like Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia.
Okay, no, it's called a Shadaloo, and we've just been saying it wrong.
Oh, Shadaloo.
Oh wait, no, Shadaloo is apparently a deadly criminal organization
Oh,
that it's responsible for in the Street Fighter universe.
oh,
Let me just clarify: this is not a real organization, probably.
probably.
Not to insult any Shadaloo members in real life that listen to our podcast. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wait, what the fuck? Apparently, Balrog is a member of Shadaloo in canon universe.
Interesting.
Strange. I guess he became evil after the end of the movie. Or maybe he just became a big investor into bison bucks, like a crypto coin or something.
It's... He was like, I could make a scam coin out of this.
Bison bucks. We're gonna ride this to the moon.
Just like Hawk Tuah coin.
Yeah. That's what's gonna be the next Street Fighter game is about. It's about Bison Bucks and how Bison's gonna sell all the money to fund his next like evil plan. I'm going to invest in the blockchain, and then I can build Megalopolis or Bisonopolis or wherever he called his mega city.
Yeah, Bisonopolis.
But yeah, they go to a place with Sagat to make the deal of the arms trade. Where M. Bison's like, I will give you part of the country, Sagat. And here, take these bison bucks. This would be worth... Every bison buck is worth £5 in UK currency after I steal their queen. And a whole fight's about to break out, but at that point, Chun-Li tries to murder the fuck out of both Bison and Sagat, but gets saved by Ken and Ryu, who were just around at the time. A lot of fun, yep. Crazy stuff.
Lots of shenanigans.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that Chun-Li figures out that Guile is still alive after I guess he took a fucking power nap at the morgue.
Yep, she's just trying to find some classified information, and then goes into the morgue and boom, finds Guile alive.
The weird thing is like Guile's killed in the day. Now it's night. He's still in the morgue with the fucking gunshot prosthetic. Did he just like take a nap or something?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if many hours have passed by, why do you still have that on? If I'm hoping, everyone knows that this was like a plan and you're alive the whole time, but. Did you just want to take a quick little nap before trying to figure out where all of this is happening? Or
I don't know, maybe that's
just like,
maybe that's just where he jerks it. And then we heard Chun-Li coming in, and he just like hid underneath a sheet.
He's like, oh shit. Does anyone not know how to knock anymore?
Maybe if I just play dead, she'll go away. But, she left up the thing. He's like, I didn't give you an interview when I was alive. I'm not going to give you an interview now that I'm dead. And then Chun-Li just escapes. She's like, well, I'm going to go commit revenge now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. But revenge plan fails. So they go to the main place, which is hidden in like a secret temple. And this is where the big climax of the movie happens. It's all been building up to this. This is it.
Oh
Luigi.
Wait, hang on. Before we get to I think we skipped a little bit. We forgot some of the best lines, like, the Warlord tent convention, and with all the issuing of selling of guns and helicopters, and then Ken just goes, "This place makes Detroit look like Disneyland." I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that means.
I guess it means Detroit is like, I think because Detroit has like gun violence and stuff, and it's like known for it being bad. And I guess because there's all these weapons here,
this just makes it
makes
more
it look like
lovely.
Disneyland.
Okay.
Take them to Detroit. No, anything but that.
Detroit.
No! Iconic line.
Yep. Yeah, and then they, Chun-Li Honda and how do you say the other one? How do you say the other guy's name again?
I think I've been saying Balrog because I'm pretty sure that's the
Balrog.
name of the
Okay.
creature from Lord of the Rings, and I just rewatched that recently.
Yeah, let's just say Balrog. Yeah, they infiltrate, they put on a little show, but then Ken and Ryu sneak off and they capture them, and they hopefully imply, they try to meet with their demands, and then they then explode their weapons cache like great upstanding citizens.
You're very
Totally not that
nice.
they were working hard for that, those jerks, but whatever.
Oh yeah, when they get captured though, M. Bison sends Honda and Balrog to be tortured, but then he takes Chun-Li to his chambers to bang her.
Exactly, because woman.
I love in the scene where Chun-Li's like explaining her entire backstory to M. Bison. He's like, "You were a coward. You ran away. That you killed my father. My father rallied an entire village of farmers and fended off your forces. You killed him like a coward." And Bison just goes, "Yeah, I don't remember any of that." I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, lady.
Yeah,
I think
and
you're thinking
then
about something else.
yeah, you're thinking about another one of my moments. But again, he has another great line there too with the whole yeah, Bison coming to your village was the highlight of your life. For me, it's just Tuesday.
Oh man, so good, man.
It's he does give a great performance throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I looked into others. He plays Gomez in the two live action Adam Family movies, so I think I had to check those
Oh,
out
okay.
because like damn. And like I said, guy who plays M Bison, he's killing it. I
Yeah,
also
Raul
love the
Julia.
photo they have of him on Letterboxd. He looks like such a nice guy.
Only if we knew. And this was also his last role too,
Oh,
sadly.
oh man. Well, he went on a high note. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen him in his other roles, but he went on a positive note. I guess it would be a better way to say
He
it.
ended up with our favorite movie, Street Fighter. So I would say he ended on a high note.
This is the best Street Fighter movie I've ever seen. It's also the only one
The
I've
only
seen.
one.
But you know what? I only need one.
Yeah, I think we're okay with one. We don't need more.
There's probably are more, but they're probably not as fun.
Iconic.
But yes, there's a whole explanation. Chun-Li tries to catch M. Bison. She beats the shit out of M. Bison. M. Bison gets his ass kicked a lot, actually, when people actually go to fight him.
It just depends on the situation, but yeah, he does get beat up a lot.
Like, he gets his ass kicked by
But he takes it like a
Chun-Li.
champ.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked by Chun-Li, but then everyone, Ken, Ryu, Honda, and Balrog show up, and then that lets M. Bison escape into his little, like, escape room where he just starts pumping gas. Gas, 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 gas. And he just captured them, and then, meanwhile, Giles just rallies up, like, everyone, after they're like, "Oh, hey, Guile, just let you know, we're actually gonna go for a diplomacy on this one, and we're gonna give him the money and free the hostages. So can you just tell your men to stand down?" And Giles like, "Fuck this, fuck you. We're gonna go fucking pull the shit out of the goddamn M. Bison. We're gonna go all Obama on his ass, and we're gonna drone strike this shit out of him. Except we're all the drones. Let's go."
Yeah, they said the war is canceled. That great Independence Day-esque speech. Yeah, I told them to stand down, but they said a speech and everybody was happy, so all the
He
boats are
just
gone
said,
now.
America. Fuck
He
yeah.
just said, coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Freedom is the only way now. Terrorists, your game is through. 'Cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah. But yeah, but Guile and the two other people who also are fighters in Street Fighter 2, but they're not very important enough to actually have relevance to the plot. Cammy and the like Apache chief guy. I don't remember his name. I just think of him as Apache Chief because of that like one like video about the Justice League members video. He's like, "We're losing a member of the Justice League today. Say goodbye to Apache Chief, everybody." I don't know. I'll send you a link to that video. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, you might have to.
But yeah, basically he goes in, M. Bison's just like, "Oh my god, Guy, you're still alive, my lover." And the guy's like, "Fuck you, M. Bison, you are not my lover. That is Blanca, who is totally still a normal human being." Because we forgot to talk about how Blanca's getting mutated by M. Bison through like horrible propaganda, evil propaganda, and like mutations and stuff. Like with like the footage from like the fucking Smiling Friends, Frowning Friends episode. Don't look, Blanca. Dude,
Don't
seriously,
look at
I've
it,
seen worse things
Charlie.
on the internet.
I've seen worse things on the internet.
Basically just that.
Alan, what are you doing? They have a better 401k.
Alan,
Sorry.
Glep. Sorry guys, they have a better 401k.
And with this much,
Yeah.
once we get more, we'll eradicate all the Puerto Ricans off the planet.
Oh gosh, the
Wait,
Puerto
what?
Ricans.
What?
I mean, make everybody frown.
Frown!
Yeah! Yeah! I want to get rid of all the Puerto Ricans. That's M. Bison. No. That man, he grew up to be M. Bison.
Wow.
He became the change he wanted to be. But yeah, Guile shows up and basically, once it turns out that M. Bison did not get the $10 billion, I don't know why
20 billion.
It was 20 billion?
In his secret, yep, it was 20 billion in his obviously secret Swiss bank account because, he's evil.
And in a sense, why didn't they just put the $20 billion in the bank anyway if they were going to just give it to him before
I don't
fucking...
know.
I guess they're just like, well, Guile's on the way there, I guess. We'll just see how this plays out.
Yeah, I guess we'll just do it.
I
I
mean,
mean, he is the colonel after all.
he did say America, fuck yeah. So, I guess we just gotta let him do it. That's the rule.
Of course.
It's the First Amendment in the Constitution. America, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They amend the Constitution, the First Amendment of the Constitution from freedom of speech to just America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, he's about to release Blanca. Oh, no. Guile sneaks in, frees Blanca, and then he sneaks into the tomb that Blanca was in. When now he's like, Blanca's half good, half evil because the main doctor changed it to like marriage and babies and like Martin Luther King.
Yeah, he was able to show some good things, so he at least had some humanity and wasn't, fully evil. And because, M. Bison before was like, what the fuck are you doing? This is preposterous.
M. Bison was going to make Blanca evil by making him super racist, but the doctor stopped it by showing Blanca footage of Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Oh god, that was actually hilarious.
It was, I know, it was really funny. It's even funnier because there's literally a credit just like them getting permission to use Martin Luther King footage in their film, and the thought they had asked permission, going like, "Hey, can we get like Martin Luther King footage for our Street Fighter video game movie?" And they're like,
"Yes,
yeah, sure, okay,
sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen?"
But like Guile pops out, and then the whole massive fight scene, there's guns a-blazing, fighting everywhere. Oh my god. Ken and Ryu break up with each other because Ken just wants to steal things and be like on the lam, but like Ryu's like, no, we're gonna do good things from now on, Ken. Sagat and Vega are there, and we just completely forgot about them. Zangief is there. DJ just leaves because he's like, yeah, fuck this.
Well, yeah, he's like, he's bad. And then Zangief's like, yeah, but why did you stay? And he's like, because he gave me a great fortune. And then he just becomes that meme that, you guys are getting paid?
Zangief gets away scot-free because he holds open a door for like a minute. And they're like, Zangief, you're part of M. Bison's evil plans. They probably murdered hundreds of people and committed so many horrible war crimes, but you held the door open for us, so you know what? You're okay in my book. When he does the sideways thumb salute and Guile just changed it to a thumbs off, I was like, oh my god, so iconic. Holy shit. Yeah, but this is where M. Bison gets what he wants. He's like, I want a hot, gay, sweaty, unarmed combat against you. 1v1 Guile. And Guile's like,
1v1 me.
Yeah, 1v1 me, bro.
On Rust.
1v1 me, 5 stock, no items, final destination. And it's like, okay, wrong fighting game franchise, but all right.
Sure.
They have a most epic a fight where Guile kind of kicks M Bison's ass a lot, and then M Bison gets some shots in. Ryu and Kennen are fighting Sagat and Vega,
Vega.
where Vega
Yeah, they
famously
fight.
gets his face scarred. So now he has to wear the mask because no one cared who he was till he put on the mask.
Of
No one
course,
cared
no
who
one
I
has
was
ever
until I
else said
put
that.
on the mask. That's Vega's iconic line of the movie. Chun-Li, and those three guys, Chun-Li, Balrog, and Honda, they don't really do anything actually in the movie after that, really. They don't have any big fights.
No, not really.
They just help the AN volunteer workers escape, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's
they just kind of help, and yeah, all of the non-soldiers of M. Bison's army are just kind of, yeah, they're like, yeah, you're fine. You may have helped an evil warlord, but you're okay now.
Hey, you might have been evil, but we don't care. So you're pretty cool in our
Not
book.
anymore.
Let's see. M. Bison gets killed, and Giles is like, yep, I killed M. Bison. I have no reason to turn around at all. But fucking M. Bison's like suit just detects that he's dead and does like self fucking CPR. And it's like weird because it's like in like the chest, so it looks like he's just growing breasts and they're shrinking. And then he gets injected with adrenaline to restart his heart. And he's just
Love
like,
it.
okay, I'm done. You know what? I'm over you. I'm no longer gay for you, Guile, so I'm going to cheat now in this fight. It's pretty much what ends up happening. And he's like, I'm just using electromagnetism in the fight. I'm not really cheating.
Oh, that was honestly hilarious. I was like, damn, he died, and then he got resurrected by the computer, basically.
And then the
And then,
fight kept going.
becomes electricity, and then honestly, another great one-liner when he kicks him through the monitors and he goes, "Your show is canceled, Bison."
Very iconic,
I think that's
baby.
what it. Oh, no, it's Bison. You're off the air. I knew I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, it's Bison. You're off the air. Oh, so iconic.
Yeah, for realsies.
Absolutely gold.
Blanca and the scientist guy we talked about, they just stay behind and die, I guess. Except not really, because, you know, it's a prequel to the Street Fighter games.
Yeah, so they can't really die.
Everyone thinks Guile's dead, but then he just shows up. He's just like, nope, not dead, guys. And like,
I'm
yeah, he's not dead.
here.
DJ and Sagat escape, but it turns out DJ stole a massive case, but it's all filled with bison bucks, so
The
he's just
Bison Bucks, so they're basically worthless.
yep. At least until the blockchain comes
Of
out, and then
course.
they can just sell through there.
And then they start investing in it, and it starts making a big splash,
And then they do a rug pull, and then they just make all their money back.
and then they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, on their podcast, the DJ Sackett podcast. And then, of course, Nasha, you get their very cool and epic final pose because they did it. They saved the day. Yeah! And then, don't you forget about me.
Honestly, it could have ended with that song. The way that freeze frame happened, that was honestly hilarious.
That freeze frame is pretty awesome. I might have to actually make it part of the thumbnail for this video, honestly, for this episode. But we get a very epic Marvel end credits scene where it turns out some power to the facility is still going, and M. Bison is still alive, and he's gonna do world domination, baby.
Damn.
Can't wait for the sequel, but unfortunately, the guy who played M. Bison passed away, so they're like,
Rest
nah,
in peace.
we can't do it. He was the whole
Raoul.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, you could try, but it's not going to be the same,
Unfortunately, just terrible. You hate to see it. You were good, son. Maybe even the best.
You were the greatest villain.
The best M. Bison villain we could have ever had. Moment of silence. But I think that's everything that I kind of want to talk about with Street Fighter. We covered all the best bits, the good bits. It's just a really great time all around, really. Like, I was invested. I was never bored with this film.
Oh, it goes by so fast. It's another one of those that I'm just like, thank God I found something that was actually entertaining.
Yep, that's kind of the end goal, really.
And with some of the stinkers we've had lately, this was a well-deserved break.
Yee.
All right, you got anything else more to say?
No. In fact, I'm pretty sure I said I had nothing else to say. We've actually been
Oh, okay.
recording this section off. We've almost been recording for 50 minutes.
But it's Street Fighter, man, so
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty epic.
pretty cool. All right, I guess we can move on over now to the modern pick, which was your suggestion.
Uh huh.
So take it away.
All right. Well, I had the modern film, and I decided I'm gonna go a little indie here. I'm gonna talk about a film no one's talked about. Definitely has less than 50 views or 50 watches. So that's how you know it's this little indie film. It's called 180, directed by a
I
guy named Nathan Pope, which made nothing
which
other than this.
I guess you could say we took a 180 from the retro to the modern pick.
A Lamau, nice. But this film
But yeah,
stars another Survivor alumni, not Fabio, who we've talked about before in passing, never in an actual episode. But this stars a guy named Benjamin Coach Wade, and he was on Survivor. He was on 3 seasons, and he was also in this movie, which is about Benjamin Coach Wade. He plays Gavin Larson, who is this like washed out ex band member of the lead singer of the Zebras, which he did not get on the flight with them, where all the band members ended up dying, and now he's all washed out and everything, and he's just like, I'm gonna make a new band. I'm gonna hook up with a bunch of Pete guys I know, and I'm gonna make this new band. It's gonna be like kind of like my comeback in a way. And this is basically Gavin's journey to make the band and make their hit song. And yeah,
turquoise.
Turquoise. That was the song that everyone keeps referencing.
It seemed like it was their only song.
Yeah, well, yeah, like the only song worth remembering anyway. But
Yeah,
Cole, what do you think of 180 or 180?
I will say it was kind of boring, but at the same time interesting. Like I was never I not like boring as in it was the most just I want to sleep through this, but more of just not a lot of good direction and narrative progression, but it was at the same time like I need to know more about the funding of this, the just aspiration for making a film like this, and it kind of made it even more interesting at the same time. And
I guess it's kind of got that Clash in the College vibe. It's
a
pretty
little bit
boring, but you can't help but keep watching. You kind of have to see what
watching it,
happens.
but then yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like the iconic lines like Clash in the College did. Like, where what are those round things?
Oh,
Oh, those are
pepperoni.
pepperonis. Oh, I don't want this
Oh, I
anymore.
can't eat these. Goodbye.
Bye,
Tua.
I'm out.
Or like, oh, I can't. I'm gonna be listening to Rush Limbaugh then.
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't know. This still has some pretty funny stuff. I should also
It's
note the Tuesday. That's also a Survivor alumni,
yeah.
Danielle
I
Di
was
Lorenzo.
looking stuff up during the movie, and I saw yeah, she was a Survivor alumni as well.
Yeah,
So
she's in Panama, Survivor Panama, and she's also in Heroes versus Villains. So there's that
nice.
connection too. I think those are the only two Survivor connections though. So yeah, that's all you're getting from that. But yeah, I don't know how this film got made or what it is. I don't know if Nathan Pope wanted to make a film and was just like, let me get Benjamin Coach Wade, or if Coach just had a huge, because Coach is known to having a huge ego. So I don't know if he somehow just like wormed his way into getting a movie made like around him or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, but like basically the film is basically just like he plays Gavin Larson, and Gavin's just like the washed up lead singer of the Zebras. And he's just like, yeah, I had this really cool band. There was the crackhead guy. We had a guy with a massive dick. We had like
He
lesbian
could not
lovers.
stop getting bitches. Yeah,
That's
we
not a
got a
sock in his
girl who
pants.
likes girls.
And then you have this fucking guy, and he's just chicken shit. And then they all die in a plane crash, and I'm like all washed up guy.
And I keep having dreams of it.
Although there's a shot where he's just in the airport, and then he's just like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" And there's just a fucking guy, just like with his face pressed up against the ground.
Yep.
It's like they wanted to get like the shot of like the guy there, but they're like, I don't know, they're like on like the airport chairs, so they couldn't get like a good angle, and so they could only get point to the floor. And they're like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
just like do this, and it'll be like your breakdancer. It'll just be a breakdancer. I was wondering. I thought the breakdancer was gonna come back later in the movie, like at the end or something.
Yep.
Like we need a
I was
breakdancer or
hoping, but
something, and
no.
and then Gavin Lawson will just wait guys, and he pulls out the business card that's like breakdancer for hire, which I guess is just like a thing you can just have a business card for. Then they make business cards for everything nowadays. And then he just like calls them up, and then he like shows up and he break dances and he brings in a crowd for like Gavin Larson's new band to perform for like this huge crowd, and they change the world. But no, Gavin Larson's just there. He robs from an old lady. He steals her cigarettes that he never smokes and steals her pills, I guess. I think that's what he does. He's like, ooh, yummy estrogen pills. And he just starts like popping those for like the whole movie.
He's quite the druggie.
Yeah, well, all washed up band members are pretty much.
Of course.
That's where he runs into Tuesday, his like ex manager, who they ended up like breaking up because I don't know, his life just falls apart. He's just like,
He's just kind of he's, like you said, he's a wash up.
yeah, he's just like, wait, no, no, Tuesday, I got this like epic new song. I'm no longer a druggie. I will not write 50 songs about the plane crash. He
And my other sadness, and she's just like, you got 6 days
He's like,
to
fine, I
give me
guess.
something.
You crash. He's like, when did you get married? You crashed the fucking wedding. Remember? He's like, no, I think I would have remembered that.
No, I definitely would have remembered that.
I mean, it's great because he just watches it because it's like on his reality show where he's just like an asshole. And I think definitely one of the funnier scenes where he's just like, oh, come on, let's have a threesome, baby, let's go. And then Tuesday just fucking crotch shots him, which is like hilarious. I don't know. We don't really get a lot of crotch shots in Nefarious Real movies, even though we watch a lot of stupid comedies. So the fact that this one happens and probably more of this like serious drama was pretty funny. What do you think?
Hmm. What about what exactly?
The crotch shot.
Oh, how funny it was?
Yeah, you were like, it was the funniest shit you've seen in years.
Uh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of funny. But it is kind of hilarious that he remembers it, that he just basically has the DVD set of his show, and he's just like, I guess I should take a look at what she was talking about. And then, oh, boom, here it is. I'm being a drunk idiot trying to sabotage my former manager slash ex's wedding and ruin her life potentially.
Yeah,
But,
just to remember
she
it,
just
she was just
starts
like,
laying blows.
you broke into my village and you killed my father. He rallied all these farmers to fend you off, and then you killed my father. And he's like, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I think you're talking crazy.
And then he looks it up on his reality show. And it's just him doing a complete like massacre of like these innocent people. He's like, that's Tuesday's father, and fucking stabs him. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I did do that. Yeah, but he decides, I'm gonna form a band, and he gets together with a random dude on the street that he knows, like Marvin or Marv. Trying to remember Marvin, that was his name.
Marvin, yep.
He gets Marvin. He's like, okay, listen, Marvin, I know I like betrayed you, but I'm forming a band. We're getting the band back together. I'll pay you the money. I got royalty money. He gets another guy. I don't remember his name. He was the janitor guy.
Yeah, Woody,
Yeah, Woody. He's like,
who doesn't really talk.
that's his whole character. He doesn't talk. He's just like, Woody got held back like 10 years. He was like the greatest 19-year-old 10th grader on the drums we've ever seen. Join my band and you can get your kids back from your dumb whore wife.
His ex-wife.
Yeah, bitch. Which I guess is her name because that's the only thing they get referred to
Oh
as.
yeah, because that's on the phone.
Yeah, it's just bitch. And then the best character in the movie, Karate Man. Because he literally just goes to a guitar store to recruit a bass player. And the one he talks, he's like, no, man, you can't pay me the money. I'm a bass player. I'm so great. And then Karate Man just runs up. He's like, whoa, you're in a
You're in a band,
band?
dude? I know who you are.
Can I be in your band? He's like, sure thing, kid. I love your energy. You're totally in the band now.
I'm gonna go call my dad and say I'm dropping out of school.
He's
and
like,
I'm
yeah.
just thinking, is that the best idea?
I don't want to be known as
moment?
the radiologist. I'm going to be in a band. We're getting the band back together, guys.
Even though it's a new band.
And he's just like, we're the janitors. That's our band because one of our guys is a janitor. This isn't definitely me trying to fill the void in my heart of the Zebras. This is totally a real, legit band, guys.
Yep, this is what I've been meaning to do now, and I know this is my calling.
And Marv's just like, whatever, man. I just want my money. Where's my money? I want my money. Give me the money.
Oh, yeah, he talked about his money so much, and
He
at
was
some point I
like-
was just like, is he actually going to even give him the money?
He's like, show me the money. He's like, I'll show it to you later. Oh my god. There's a whole thing where he's just like, I'm going to give you very happy songs. And he's like, dude, all your shit's depressing. He's like, no, at the end. He's like, Maurice, like, you just fucking stole my song. He's like, I didn't steal your song because you're in the band now. That's how it works. And he's like, you know that fat guy that I kept walking by? He's like, you paid a guy to follow me? Nope, that was me. I was in disguise the whole time, which makes it okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
When closing out, I just accidentally hit the X. I was like, oh shit.
Well, it's okay. I didn't realize you were gone, so you're good. I'll definitely edit this out so no one knows you made that mistake. I will 100% edit it out, and I will not make it a key focus. I will not edit you saying you X'd it out throughout this whole episode and make it seem like you kept making the same mistake multiple times. I definitely will not do that. I will...
Wink, wink.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, Gavin's just basically, he's doing drugs. He's just telling people, I definitely have the money. This band will definitely be awesome. This song will totally be cool.
This song will go triple platinum.
No, he's going to go quadruple Mac.
Best new artist. I'm going to win comeback artist of the year.
And then we're going to bring back my reality show. I'll crash Tuesday's anniversary.
Their anniversary dinner. We're going to stalk where she goes and then be like, hey, can we, go by that table? Not like right next to it, but just a little close.
We're going to serenade her and we're going to bring her back to me. And then we'll all have a fivesome. Oh, hell, we'll even bring her now ex-husband and we'll make it a sixsome. But no, he just wants to make the music. He's like, yeah, guys, we're gonna make this music. It's gonna be so great. We're the janitors. The music can be so cool. And Marv's always just like, oh no, Gavin, you stink. You suck. You're terrible. I love how he just basically gets Woody to just get a school bus. He's like, okay, listen, you have to get a school bus, but don't tell your mom that it's for the band. Tell them you just want to take a bunch of kids out for some camping trip.
Some kind of field trip or whatever.
And then Woody just straight up just goes yeah, we're playing in the band. And he's just right over there in the window. He's like, oh, fucking shit. No, Woody, don't fucking look at me.
Woody! Oh, wait, no, this would be Woody. He would just be like, I'm just nodding and he wouldn't really be saying anything.
Yeah, but he gets the school. He gets the short bus of all buses, which I don't know how good of a look that is for your band, but whatever you get, whatever bus you can get. He's like, this is our tour bus, dude. He's like, Boris is like, dude, what a tour bus? We haven't even recorded the one song we're trying to do. But yeah, Gavin, he gets the bus. Karate basically breaks into the college they're in, to record like the one song, and they get a guy in a wheelchair to record it for them. He's like, all right, listen, guys, you're going to record a song. I get 7.15% of earnings from this. Oh, by the way, see that chick on my folder? That's my girlfriend because I get a ton
And
of
I'm
pussy.
banging her.
That's right. My
Having
legs
a
might...
disability gets me a lot of poon, dudes.
All the function of my legs, all gone. Went right into my dick, baby.
All into the penis. It gives me an incredible sex drive, okay? Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah, Source, trust me, bro. Yeah, they record their single. We learned that Woody has the most amazing backup vocals of any backup singer ever.
He's the greatest of all time.
He's like, we need a backup vocalist. And Woody, after getting so pissed off at Bitch, sings the most epic backup vocals ever heard.
Yep, the anger of his ex-wife just being rude to him that he's just like, fuck, I gotta sing now.
I'm gonna sing my heart out. And they knock out their epic single, so Gavin Larson gives Tuesday the DVD because they happen to be living staying at the same hotel.
Yet, he's living there.
He's like, oh, I just live here because this is where all the babes live, and I gotta get the babes, baby. That's just how it be.
Because I'm a former rock star, and rock stars get a ton of pussy.
Let's go. As I'm taking all the drugs, every single one. But he gets Tuesday to arrange like an opener at like a club with the janitors, and he keeps getting the visions in his dreams where he's like trying to kill himself in his sleep pretty much. So Morph has to keep slapping away. He's like, dude, you keep not dreaming and not breathing in your dreams. You know, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life, Gavin. And in the dreams, Gavin keeps wanting to be with his band as they die in the plane crash because he keeps talking about it. Like, oh my God,
yeah,
Gavin, we get it. Man. You're edgy. But I love, my favorite joke in the whole movie is when they go to the club and then they got
back to the club.
Yeah, back to the club. And then there's the guy because they have the whole scene before when they're rallying behind them to do it. And he's just like,
yep.
On count 3, we're going to do the janitors. Like, no, we're not. We're going to do the zebras. And it's like, what? Fuck no. We're not your fucking therapy group here, man. We're not here to fill the void of your dumb band that died in the 90s. We're doing it for our band, the janitors. He's like, 1, 2, 3, janitors, zebras. And then when the guy is announcing the band, he's like, Kevin Larson with his new band, come out, the Custodians! And I bursted out laughing. That was the funniest fucking joke. But yeah, they have a successful band. They have a successful performance. This is when I started zoning out because I did not care for the song at all, which is ADR, and I don't even think Coach actually sang the fucking song. I think that was someone else completely.
I would not be shocked if it was.
I mean, technically, Coach did have a brief band stint during Survivor's Heroes vs. Villains called The Dragons, but that's lore for another time. That's lore for my eventual Survivor podcast that you're also going to be a part of, where I make you watch like every season.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have a successful time. They hook up with a bunch of babes, except for Gavin. He's just like, you guys go on without me. Where he has his epic final dream, where he's just like, here, my bandmates, here's the fucking parachutes. And they're just like, bye-bye, wee! And he fall out of the plane. And he goes up to one of his old bandmates, which I guess he had like feelings for. And it's
even though she was gay, but then she was like, dick.
She was like, it's okay, Gavin. You see, I'm dream version, so I'm not gay. I'm straight for you. I mean, the whole reason why he's not on the plane is because he like gets like cold feet with her, and he's just like, oh, I have to go to my fan club meeting that I'm the president of. It's very important. I have to go there. And then so he didn't end up on the flight that killed everyone. But basically he's just like, I'm gonna be with you till the end. And they hold hands as it fades to white. And my brain went straight to edgy mode. And I'm just like, the next scene is gonna be the plane crashing into the tower. No, not
Oh
that
my
kind of
god.
edgy. I mean like edgy 2013 out that edge
No,
vibe.
no, I got what you meant. I know what you're. And then after you said that, I'm like, but it made you edge at the same time.
Yes, I was definitely edging at the time because like, ooh, lesbian on screen.
Exactly.
But
And then you're
I
like, Twin
Yeah,
Towers.
but I edged too hard that it ended up circling back around to 2013 Shadow the Hedgehog edge. I was like, ooh, yeah, Twin Tower crashing, plane into the towers footage. I mean, I could probably edit that if I really wanted to. I could edit the scene where it fades to white, and then as the credit music plays, it's just the plane crashes into the tower. But I won't because that is wrong. That is very wrong
Very
and messed up,
wrong.
and I will not do that. Or at least I won't upload it to the channel because we are not that kind of people. And there we go. We basically explained the whole movie. I don't know. Overall, it's not. Mm, I think you explained it. It's not. It's very boring movie. Like I said, it's the same as Clash in the College. It's very boring, but you kind of can't help but keep watching because you kind of want to know like what's gonna happen next. I don't know how would you describe this film really?
Um,
Like, because we had a lot less to say about it.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's a little weird because it feels like it's trying to be not exactly, like this is Spinal Tap or Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. I don't even know what it's trying to replicate, in terms of band movies,
I feel
but
like it's supposed to be like an
kind of like
ego
Bohemian.
project, but it really isn't in a way.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't really try to make Gavin Larson look good at all. They
it
like
kind
he
of like it almost seemed like this new band was like a coping mechanism for him.
like that's supposed to the whole thing. Like maybe
Kind
this
of,
was supposed to be like, oh, this is my next step to becoming like a big star. Maybe I don't know. It's
maybe.
kind of like weird though. It's like I think it definitely helps if you like know who he is, like Benjamin Coach Wade. Like I've seen all the seasons he's been on, so I kind of know what he's kind of like when he has like TV screen presence. I'll admit
Yeah.
it is kind of subdued a bit compared to his like other appearances because he's like a really big character. He's a very either you love him or hate him kind of guy on Survivor. So like
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like he's kind of subdued in this. So it makes me feel like maybe like he got pulled on, but he wasn't able to go full kind of like ham like he kind of is on the show. But I don't know. I feel like that's kind of for the best because I feel like if he went full ham, I don't think the film would be as enjoyable because it is kind of like a more grounded, kind of like washed up like musician trying to like, yeah, using the band, this new band as like a coping mechanism for like what's happened to him, like his band and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I don't know. I don't know. I had fun with it. I did enjoy it. I did get some
I
good
did
laughs
enjoy
out
it
of it.
too. I
Uh,
gave it a heart, so
I gave it a heart too. I'm glad that Karate Man was there. I feel like if it was just someone else, like if they went for that like main base guy, it would not nearly be as good. I don't know. Anything else? Like, yeah, I think overall, like I said, I would compare it to films like Clash of the College, or maybe similar to Get Even or Get Even, where like nothing really happens, or like the plot's slowly going.
except the shimmy slide.
There is no shimmy slide. That is an issue. Definitely the song, the shimmy slide song, clears any song in this movie.
Yep.
But yeah, I had fun with this. I'm glad I finally got to watch it. I was really worried it was just gonna be super boring bullshit. And it was boring, but
It was boring,
it
but
wasn't
it
bullshit.
wasn't like, oh my god, please turn this off. Like, if I didn't have to watch this for Nefarious Reels, I'm turning this off.
I was mildly amused with this movie, so you know what? I give it a thumbs up from me.
Cool.
Like I would say that this film is at least top half for Nefarious Real watches. But yeah, I think I'm good. I'm done with talking about 180.
Yeah, I think I'm fine too. All right, so we're done then. So I guess we can, move on to the picking of the better movie. And what did you think Ninja Jedi was the best of the two this go around?
Well, as much as I do like the fact that did like 180, and it's probably one of the better modern films we've talked about recently, I have to give it to Street Fighter. Fucking loved it. Great time, great dumb action. I mean, it's a little long, and some characters aren't really get that much screen time or do much in the movie. But Street Fighter, but I still enjoyed it. Like this film actually, it broke my top 10. Technically only as number 10, but that's still really good. Like not a single
Hmm.
film we discussed at all last year made it into my top 10, and it took 2025 like episode 2. It's like the third film we'd watch for this, and it's already got a film in my top 10. So you know what? 2025 is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go Street Fighter as well. Way to go, Ken and Ryu and Guile and M Bison and Chun Li and
And M Bison
Balrog and
again.
Honda. Yeah, M Bison again.
Mainly M Bison. I think he's definitely hard carry. I think if, like I said, if that wasn't M Bison, it probably this film. If we didn't get that guy for M Bison, I think this film would have been lower. Like it just wouldn't be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good job, Cole. A point for you.
Woo!
Your first victory of the new year, I believe. Still a retro film victory though. Modern still has yet to snag a point. But we'll see. Maybe the next recommendation, next episode. Who knows?
All right, so moving on to questions then.
Yep, it's time for the questions. Remember, if you have them, to ask them. We actually have a lot of questions.
Damn.
We got about 5 questions. Technically 6, but one of them's a two-parter. So we'll start with Jules. He asked us a question, which is, what is a country whose cinema you'd like to explore more?
Ooh, more.
I've been thinking on that question a bit. I think we answered this question before, but I've actually been thinking, I think I talked about how I want to watch more like Hong Kong stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe I'd kind of be more interested in watching more more like Hindu horror or Hindi horror, like kind of, or like, like kind of like more like Indian horror stuff, like they're older, more like a
Yeah,
folklore,
yeah.
like that kind of stuff. That cuz I saw like what was it? Like there's that one movie like Witches of Bali, I think is what it's called. Like it had this, like it's like this old movie. I'm going to look it up, which is I think it's Witches of Bali. No, it is not that. Fuck, I'm trying to remember it. It's just like I know it's in my watch list. I have to hunt it down because that's like, because I was thinking of that recently when that question popped up. So I don't know. Do you have
I would definitely agree with the Hong Kong, specifically John Woo. I I definitely want to check out more of his,
John
more
Woo's?
original work before he started doing stuff in the
Oh,
US like Mission Impossible 2, Face Off.
interesting fact about John Woo. Actually, all those Hong Kong films that had like rights dispute, yeah, apparently got picked up by Shout Factory. So we might be
Hell yeah.
getting
Yeah, I
4Ks
saw
of
that.
those.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I mean, they'll probably
That's
be
awesome.
stupidly expensive. Like my big fear is that they're just gonna bunch all of them in like a big like box set for like
Mm,
$200, and it's like, well, I can't afford that right now. But hopefully, at the very least, they'll do some
hopefully.
individual 4K releases that I can that I can get to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind checking out some more of his like earlier action stuff because I've seen The Killer, which I loved, and I highly recommend you check it out.
I was about to say that's one I know. I'm like, okay, I should probably check that out.
Like I own the Criterion DVD of that. I loved it. I think I might prefer it over Hard Boiled actually. So yeah, definitely check that out. I'm still trying. There, Mystics in Bali. That was the movie I was trying to think of.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's see. What is it? Yeah, it's an Indonesian. It's from Indonesia. So yeah, Indonesian horror stuff. I
Yeah,
definitely just want to check
I
out.
would definitely agree with checking out the horror for like other countries,
Yeah, because
especially in like Eastern Europe, maybe. Like, yeah, kind of more like the Eastern European mainland. Checking out some more movies from also like Africa, also.
Yeah, African, like, yeah, I think maybe check out more African films because I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
usually because I feel like I watch a good handful of like Korean, Hong Kong stuff. Like I think
Yeah, I feel
it is
like
kind
yeah,
of something that
everyone
does
if
have more of a spotlight on.
they're branching out, in international, it's always like which obviously are the better choices, like Japan, South Korea, France.
Yeah, like the European stuff and like like also like Hong Kong and that area and Korea and
Oh,
Japan, all that
also
fun stuff.
Brazilian movies too. Want to check out more of because City of God is great, and I know there's some other ones that I know Leo really likes. So
Yeah, what's the one film that is like if you like The Raid, then you're gonna like this one more?
I
Like
think it was
Police?
Elite Squad,
Yeah, Elite Squad. Police Force is the Jackie Chan movies or Police
Police
Story.
Story, yeah, which I own the Criterion of.
I own the Criterion of that too. I should watch that at some point.
I need to rewatch Police Story because it's been like 3 years. So
Let's see, any other country? I think it's mainly just the India and like the African countries that I want to check out
yeah,
more stuff
India
of.
too.
It
Maybe a little
definitely
more
slips under the
Australian.
radar, I feel like, overall. And I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people, when they think of like those like regions, they think more of like the Saudi Arabia, like more like the war torn like documentary stuff, really.
Yeah, and
I
there's
think
obviously a lot more than
yeah,
just
there's
that.
more to it than just that. It makes me think of like the Ugandan director, Who Killed Captain Alex, where he like has that interview where they
Yes.
talk about it's like, oh, why don't you make more like do more documentary stuff where like of like your country and all that stuff. He's like, well, I just want to make movies,
I
I just want to make
based.
action movies, and you know what, based man just
Oh,
wants to
and
make cool action movies, and I
now that you
respect.
mentioned Who Killed Captain Alex, sometime within the next month, one of the more art housey theaters close by me is playing Who Killed Captain Alex in like mid-February for Black History Month.
Nice. I'm
And I'm
still
kind of
waiting.
thinking, that would be fun.
You got to do it, man. Honestly, I'm still waiting because AGFA they did the Volume One release of Who Killed Captain Alex and Bad Black. I'm still waiting for them to do a Volume Two. Like, where is it, man? Come on. No, I might be positioned because I don't want to watch the films for free. Like, I guess maybe I'm at a point where I just have to buy the DVD straight from the source.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still have my Who Killed Captain Alex DVD that I got. So, like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should just buy more of those when I get like a really big paycheck and just buy all the ones that I don't own. But I think that was a good answer to the question. So we can move on to our next one, which is from Robert, which is what inspired you to start this podcast?
Bad movies.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess I can
And
get into
Ed
the
Wood.
deeper. I can get into yeah. Ed Wood technically was the starting off point, but I'll
It
delve.
was the Genesis.
Technically, you actually talked about it on your end on Far Off Films. So I guess I can give like the deeper lore of it since I was the one that came to you to do the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So here go everybody, the true Nefarious Reels lore. So I've always ever since Sardonicast, I like the idea of like recommending something and then you covered it like the next episode. Like having you and your co-host recommend a thing, you cover it. And originally I wanted to do it for like video games, like oh like I'll recommend a video game with my friend and then we'll play the game, then we'll talk about the video game and we'll talk about other video game related news. That would be fun. But like I never got around to talking to my friend about it. And then time passed, but the idea was always in the back of my head. And then I joined film club because Tom put the invite on the Sardonicast subreddit and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And that's how I got into the film club. And I always had that idea in the back of my mind. And I was like, oh, but instead of like video games, what if I do bad movies? Because I like doing bad movies. But I didn't have like the guts to do it. I was like nervous. I was like, what if I try this podcast? And what if this just fucking flops? What if it sucks ass? What if everything goes horribly wrong? But then Timmy made the Far Off Films podcast with him, Luca, and Jules. And then I was just like, you know what? If those three can make a podcast, why can't I go through with my podcast idea? And, because, like, I can compliment them. Without Far Off Films, there would be no Nefarious Reels. I can say that because it's currently, because Far Off Films is dead. We successfully killed them. So I can give them the
I don't know
credit
if I
that
want to say it like that, but okay.
I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, I know we
Yeah,
joke
yeah, yeah.
about them, we give them shit, but like really, without their creation of far off films, there would be no Nefarious Reels. I had to give them credit where the credit is due, unless they come back, in which I'm lying and I hate them and they suck and they had nothing to do with it. But I was just like, you know what? If they can do a podcast, why can't I? I should just go for it. But I need to find a co-host, and I was like, I know just the guy who to ask. But then I realized, oh no, Timmy already has a podcast. I can't ask him. He's probably going to say no because he's got his own. And I was just like, well, I've seen Cole watches bad movies from time to time. So let me go to him. I'll ask him. And if he says no, I'll just give up because I don't know who else to ask. But unfortunately, you said yes. So I kind of had to do it at that point. But no, you said yes, and I'm happy for it. You were good to go. And I was just like, okay, great. I have my co-host. I have my other guy. I pitched to you the idea of like, we'll recommend bad movies. You'll recommend one. I'll recommend one. We'll both talk about two. They'll like compete head to head, kind of like Red Letter Media style. They kind of also had their influence in there. Like, we'll do two films and then we'll have them head to head and we'll pick a better one. And then it was just like, we'll do a retro and a modern. So we have like some sense of variety. And I was like, let's do Plan 9 from Outer Space because we just did Ed Wood for Film Club. And that will be my retro pick. And then you do the modern one. And then you're like, I want to do Southland Tales. I
Richard.
was like, well, we had a good run. I could sit, yeah, Richard. At that point, I was just like, I could back out like right now and I don't have to watch Southland Tales. I can spare myself of this. But no, I decided no, I'm going through with this. Cole's hyped up for this. I'm hyped up. We're gonna do it, and my God, we did it. And now we're here. So yeah, what inspired me to start this podcast with Cole? The Sardonicast podcast, Film Club helped. Far Off Films. Cole saying yes to the podcast. If he didn't, I don't think I'd do it. Perseverance, all that great stuff. But don't like confront me about it because I'll deny everything and say nope, nothing inspired me. This was completely original on my own idea. But yeah, thank you, Cole, for doing this. I know I technically thanked you before, but I was like super drunk in an Evil Bong discussion where you can just consider that I was just drunk. But I am genuinely thankful for you to agree and do this podcast because if you didn't, Nefarious Reels would never have happened, and I would not have seen such absolute bangers that I like enjoy and love, like Hard Ticket to Hawaii, Ice Cream Man, Death to Smoochie, Street Fighter, all absolute bangers. But then again, you also made me see some absolute fucking dog shit like F the Prom and It's Pat and all that bullshit.
Yep.
But you know what? I've done the same to you, so we're kind of even, I guess.
Yeah, we've all watched dog shit and recommended good shit, so
Yeah. I guess
it's balances out perfectly.
you can tell your side of the story too for people who don't listen to Far Off Films. You can give your side as well.
Oh fuck, I don't even remember what they said on Far Off Films. I'm trying to remember.
Well, it's okay. You can just give your own version of it now for Nefarious Reels. People get a
I mean,
unique.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like the same thing Ninja Jedi was saying. We got out of film club. I've honestly always had a. I mean, I've always loved watching movies, but it didn't really start until yeah, like later in high school and the college, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should actually branch out than just watching some YouTubers just talking about movies just in discussions. But then I was just like, okay, I'll look at movie podcasts, and I found Sardonicast in 2020, COVID and everything is shut down. I'm just gonna chill at home, listen to this, find some other movie recs, and that's when I started to branch out at my film tastes more. And then yeah, Tom, and then I saw Tom's invite in the subreddit. I'm like, I should probably find more people to talk to about movies. And yeah, the Ninja Jedi, we mostly got along for a good part, especially with bad movies. And I always thought I was such a bigger aficionado until I saw some of the stuff you were watching,
The
and I was like,
absolute dog
oh.
shit is like, man, this guy's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, you were actually finding shit.
Like, I was actively going out of my way to watch this random obscure bullshit.
Yeah, and then I'm just kind of hanging out with my brother one day, and then I get a text from you saying, "Hey, you want to do a podcast about bad movies?" After Timmy, Luca, and Jules dropped like their first episode of Far Off Films. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, let's talk about some bad movies." So this is definitely a good twist. So
What a twist!
yes, what a twist!
And then the rest was history. Also, we
And
we nailed the
that's
name really quick too.
yeah, we took like a couple. It took like a couple names, and then we were like, okay, yeah, Nefarious Reels. There we go.
I don't even think it took a couple names. I just think of like, what should we call it? And I was like, we don't know. You looked like synonyms for like the word bad or something. And one of them was just
Yeah,
nefarious, and I was like, Nefarious Reels. And they were like, boom, perfect.
boom.
Boom shakalaka. I'm still annoyed I had to watch fucking the director's cut of the Cannes cut of Southland Tales when you had it the whole time. Oh well, I forgive you for that.
I guess.
I was just like, I'll watch the Cannes cut. I'll buy the Arrow version, and I got it. And you're like, oh yeah, I have the Arrow version too. After I said I would watch the Cannes cut. But yeah, as I said, the rest was history.
But I mean, it did also go, hey, we did at least make some kind of discussion and compare contrast of it. But
I mean, we did learn that they changed the position of the car sex scene, so that was neat.
yep.
But yep, that's the Nefarious Reels lore. I can't wait to say it again in another year when the question comes again, and I change my answer to something completely different. Cole, we should just like make up like a completely like fake story for like whenever we're on like a podcast as a guest of like how the podcast actually got formed. Anyway, we'll move on to our next question, which is from Kyle, a Survivor Discord I'm on. So this is more a question for me. But his question is Danielle better in 180 or in the obviously staged Treasure Island fight? Here, I'll give you some context, Cole. So, as you know, Danielle was in Heroes vs. Villains, and there's a scene in that season where she's on a reward with someone else named Amanda and Colby, and the cameras missed a fight that happened for a clue to an advantage in the game between Amanda and Danielle, but because the advantage was like an important key part of like the season, they had them redo the scene so that way they can like have the footage on the show. And I guess it's fake. Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone on the Discord I'm in are saying, "Oh, that scene was obviously staged." I don't know. I like that. I think it could have been real. It was very funny. It was a very funny scene. But I guess arguably Danielle is better in 180 because she's playing a more serious role than having to fake some fight in the on a reality TV season of Survivor. I don't know. She was actually probably one of the better parts of 180. Really, I think she really played into the role as well as she could, even if she does say the R word at one point. That's really it. Unfortunately, Cole, you can't answer the question. You have not seen Heroes vs. Villains. You've only seen
Yeah, I
2
can't say
episodes of the
anything.
first season. Anyway, let's move on to a better question from Mattias, which is 2 questions for each of you, Nami or Robin, and Masato or Ritsuko. Now, this is what I'm going to do, Cole, because I don't want you to end up going on a 20-minute rant about which one you prefer, because it's 8:30 and I'm actually kind of hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. We've been recording for almost an hour 40. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a timer and I'm going to talk about my answer. And when I'm done, I'm going to stop it. And then the amount of time I talked about my decision is the amount of time you're going to have to talk about your decision. Does that sound
Okay,
fair? Okay.
sure.
Let me set up a let me set up a stopwatch real quick. Okay, I'm going to start it and then I'm going to discuss my thing. Okay, ready? Go. All right, so overall between the two, Nami or Robin, because Nami, this is a One Piece question, but you probably figured that out. So
I kind
Nami's
of figured
the
at this point. Yeah.
navigator. The pros to Nami, one, she is hot, which is good. And second, she's super into money. She likes having money. She likes being rich, which is good for me because I'm terrible with money, so she can kind of keep me in line with that. Thirdly, she's also a coward. I'm also kind of a coward in a fight, so I feel like we got that in common too. She's got kind of a heavy backstory though, but like in One Piece, who doesn't really? I think the problem is she's pretty violent. She gets angry pretty easily, so if I set her off, that's gonna be a problem. And she could kick my ass. She does have like a baton weapon that she can use to create like weather, and can like electrocute me with like a fucking thunderball if she wanted to or something. So
Hmm.
that's definitely concerning.
Yeah.
Also, I'd probably have to deal with Sanji, but then again, I'd probably have to deal with Sanji with Robin anyway. So once again, that probably doesn't really matter.
Is Shanji like a dick or something?
Sanji is the cook, and
Oh.
he swoons for the ladies, all the hot ladies. And he has
Hmm.
a
So he's got
pretty,
Riz.
and he's got a pretty mean kick. And he smokes. So he's got that cool smoking vibe to him as well.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Robin, well, let's see, Robin, she's older. She's basically like if you were to date her, she's like she's like your mommy date pretty much. But she's older. She's got kind of a level of mystique to her, but she's pretty fun. She's well educated. She can read the poneglyphs, so if you want to find the One Piece, you can get her help if you hook up with her. But she's kind of got her dedication to the Straw Hat Pirates, so you can't really be like that. Although questionably, I'm interpreting this question as if I can hook up with one of them, which one would I choose? I could probably pick which one is better as well, so I'll give two answers to that. Robin's more mature, but she has her fun moments. She's also eating the devil fruit though, so she can have the ability to duplicate her hands and stuff and her eyes for sight and thing on like across her body as well as on like surfaces, and that's pretty cool and be useful in a fight. She could probably also. No, I'm not gonna finish that line. Actually, never mind. I don't know. They're both great in their own right. With their pros and cons. Uh, it's a tough call. I think if I were to date one of them, I think I actually would probably choose Nami. I think I have or Nami. I think I kind of relate to her a lot more. And I do think the age gap I have from I don't know. Like I think how old is are they right now? Because they're currently in the 2 year time skip. Let me see. How old is Nami? Okay, so she's 20, so there's a bit of age. There's a bit of an age gap there. Oh, hey, look, there's actually a statistics chart. I can just look at that. With Robin. Okay, no, I'm closer to age to Robin, actually. So never mind. I'm going to date Robin because much closer in the age gap, pretty much. So never mind. Of the two that I actually prefer out of them, I think I like Nami more as a character than Robin, though it's like pretty close. But if I was to date one of them, it would probably be Robin overall, because like I don't know, like the age gap between me and Robin compared to me and Nami is a lot closer with Robin, and yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be my choice. Okay, you got 4 minutes and 25.18 seconds.
0.18. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me just set it on the time. For it doesn't count down to milliseconds, so I'm gonna give you an extra second. So you're gonna have 4 minutes and 26 seconds.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, 26. And that's a motherfucker. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. 4:26. Okay. Just tell me when to click start because I don't want to do it on my call. I'm gonna do it on your call. And remember, your question is
Misato or Ritsuko.
yeah, Mitsuko or Retsuko. So tell me when to click start, and I'll do it, and then you can start.
Okay. Go. All right. So obviously, Matthias, what the fuck kind of question is this? Because you know the answer. It's Misato, but I guess I can give a little background on each of them just to make it a little more
Yeah,
fair
go a little bit
because
more
I
in
do like
depth.
both. I did enjoy both of them, especially as waifus, but yeah, so Misato, she's more of the battle strategist at Nerve headquarters that's helping to strategize to fight the angels with these EVA robots that Shinji, Asuka, and Rei are in, and especially how they want to, stop them before the third impact event, the third impact happens. And she and Ritsuko were former college friends and also like roommates at the time. And Ritsuko's also the top scientist at the Nerve headquarters. So yeah, they both got pretty high priority jobs. Both of them are obviously very familiar with uh, Shinji and his dad Gendo. Ritsuko actually has an affair with Gendo, and they start fucking for a little bit, but more implied. And then because Gendo is also just a piece of shit to his own son, he does not really care for him. Shinji's staying at Misato's place, and she's basically a mother-like figure, I guess you could say. Yeah, she's definitely a mother-like figure to him, and there's definitely there's an age gap between them because she's like both of them are like 29, pushing 30, and Shinji's 14. So yeah, so it's interesting, and also Misato chugs beer, so that's cool. So very fitting with Wisconsin culture. And, she might have like a hot temper based on what's said, but, it's Misato. And I actually, I'm not even kidding. I got a Misato shirt. I will literally send that in chat, but where did it go?
Okay, 2-minute warning.
Okay. Yeah, there's the shirt that I sent also to Timmy as well. So, because they're both fun. And then you go into the Rebuild movies, which is partially a recap and a half, and then the next 2.5 movies are building upon other building into new lore, and Misato and Ritsuko kind of start to drift off. And they do in the series as well. They kind of drift off after Misato finds out some stuff about Nerve, and then she's like, fuck this. I'm gonna, in the Rebuild movies, create my own headquarters, but Ritsuko will still be there because we're still close, and Gendo's a bastard. And yeah, that's about as much lore dump as I'll give. But,
Okay, one
she's
minute.
also got this man Kaji who has insane Riz game, and he seems to have his way with Misato, and but also tries to make her jealous at the same time. But fuck him. It should be me, not him.
It's not
So
fair.
it's not fair. But yeah, I mean, I think they're both definitely nice ladies, but I would have to go Misato because obviously.
All right, Misato as
And
your
yeah.
best girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you got like another like 20 seconds, so do you want to pick one that you would rather date?
Misato, duh.
Okay, Misato. All right, well, you got 10 seconds left to talk about Evangelion, so go for it.
Yes, watch Evangelion. Watch the entire series first, then the end of Evangelion movie, and then the Rebuild movies.
Oh, wow.
There.
Just in time.
Whew.
There we go. I should just do that for every time Evangelion comes up. I just talk about One Piece for a bit and then time that out. And it's like, okay, this is
Just
your
do that.
time.
Just do the. It's just a picture. I'm that like dude bro meme where he's like, "Yo."
Anyway, our
Oh.
final question is from JJ. Favorite music from this year, which I think he means 2024 because 2025 has only existed for like not even 2 weeks.
Um.
I don't listen to music
I
because I'm a
listen to it here and
total
there, but
piece of
I'm not
shit.
like, but I like vary because I don't listen to like all like the new stuff. But I have listened to some good music scores that I did enjoy. I mean, the Challenger soundtrack is a banger. What else had really good? The Substance score is really good. Definitely one that I bop my head to. Sounds like you could play it at a club. I think of what a no, Kills of the Flower Moon was last year, or that was 2023. Oh, there's another one. A movie with actual good queer representation. I saw the TV Glow. That had a pretty killer
Oh, I
soundtrack.
thought you were gonna say the Emmanuel Perez or whatever the fuck.
Emilia Perez,
Yeah.
no.
Why not? You always post that one part of the song all the time. I thought it
But
was your
it's
favorite
like
movie of all
this.
time.
It's legitimately like the stupidest thing I've ever heard, but I can't stop quoting it. I can't stop singing it. It's so ridiculous.
I don't know. I like the Shikanoko Deer anime song. Shikanoko Noko Noko Kashtantan. That one, that's pretty fun. Oh, also, I saw The Blob, and they have an absolute banger opening song. Dun, 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 dun,
Da,
dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun, dun,
da,
dun,
da,
dun.
da. Don't know what I'm doing Spider-Man, but okay.
No, I was doing the Blob theme.
Yeah, I started to do Spider-Man though.
Yeah,
Like Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
two completely different directions.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't really listen to music a lot, so it's or I don't try to listen to new music. I just like I hear a thing, go, oh, that's pretty good, and then that's it. That's the extent of my music knowledge.
Yeah, and most of my music too is like I make a playlist also for running, so I don't obviously fully listen to the songs, but I'm like, okay, what's a good beat to listen to once I'm like, out on the road and just need something to focus to help me kind of clear my head, focus a little bit while also just getting some air and
Yeah, and all that stuff.
mm-hmm. And the shower as well.
Right. Anyway, that's all our questions, so I guess now we can move on to the next bit.
Yep. Which obviously you got the retro pick this time. So what is the movie film you're recommending?
All right. So the next episode after once this one released that comes out is going to be in February, which is of course the month of love. So in my mind, I feel like okay, it's time to put an end to an era for us, Nefarious Reels. So we're going to do this is the final film of these collection of films that we talked about before, and we're gonna do 1981's Fantasies, directed by John Derek and starring Bo
Oh
Derek.
no.
It's the final one. It's the last of the John and Bo Derek films.
Yay, more softcore porn.
Woo, let's go! Until I find like another like franchise that's just softcore porn. Episode
Yep.
69's coming up. So
Nice.
then that's going to be the biggest softcore porn episode we're going to have.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so now on to me. I was debating on a couple, obviously, and I wasn't sure if I wanted you to decide for me or what. Because there's a couple I had in mind. Obviously, my Vinegar Syndrome movies came in, but then I was like, I've already seen two of the ones I was thinking of, so I thought, why not go with a movie I have that has a reputation for being one of the lowest grossing movies of all time, which made $30 on a $1.2 million budget.
Epic.
And just the title of this movie is so weird that I thought, okay, now I just saw it also released on Tubi, so why not? So we're going to talk about 2006's ZYZZYX Road.
Oh yeah, that's off of California. It's like
Yep.
it's like Zizix.
Oh,
Zizix
that's what.
Road.
So it's Zizix.
I
That's
have
how you pronounce
no
it.
idea how it's fucking pronounced.
Oh, okay.
Does this have
Well,
a
yeah, that's what
4K
we're gonna
release?
talk about.
Oh shit, it actually does.
Oh my god.
It is Zizix Road has a
No
2-disc
fucking way.
collector's edition 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray release. Well, now we gotta get it.
And this movie has only 369 members that have seen it. This is probably the lowest combination of viewings we've had for two movies.
Yeah, I mean, I technically wanted the low can. Mine only has 137.
Yeah.
But so, if you don't want to be spoiled for fantasies or Zizix Road, how about checking those episodes out in advance? Also, how about liking, subscribing as well, and asking questions, and checking out the Blue Sky account that I need to update. And
Yeah.
you all have a good day, and I have a happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius. Happy
Happy Street Fighter.
and Bison. Bisonopolis.
Yeah, happy 180, happy Coach, happy Tokentins, happy
Happy
Heroes versus Villains, happy
Janitors.
South Pacific, happy M. Bison again, because he's just that good. So nice, you gotta say it twice.
Exactly.
Bye bye.
Bye.